Hello everybody, welcome back to American Textbook Reading. Today we're going to learn about government services. By the way, I'm Brian Sturrick, so today we're going to talk about government services. What are government services? Government services are people that work and they get paid for that work. Not everyone gets paid for that work. Like a technician man, he doesn't get paid for his work. No. Or an astronaut. It is a job, but it is not paid for the work. So it is not a government service. Here we have a police officer, a park ranger, a firefighter, and a librarian. We also have a teacher, but I don't have any more space to draw it. I can't draw a lot because my hand is hurt. My right hand. I hope you have your book with you. You have your book with you and you circle to the right page, which is page 5. Page 5 of Social Studies Book 2. Page 5 of Social Studies Book 2. Can you see anything in page 5? You see some vocabulary. So first, we'll talk about that vocabulary. So now let's get started. Here I have my marker. I just erased my name on it, which is Brian Sturrick. So now let's use my marker. Our first word is government. My writing's a little awful, but don't worry, I still read it. It is a government. What is a government? A government is found in the capital of the country, like the capital of Vietnam, which I'm in here, is Hanoi. The capital of Vietnam is Hanoi. And the government of Vietnam is in Hanoi. Or the government of the United States is in Washington, D.C. There's no Jefferson or Lincoln, D.C. Those are two, Thomas Jefferson and Abe Lincoln, or Abraham Lincoln. But they are still not the capital. Only Washington, D.C. makes sense. Washington, D.C. means George Washington, D.C. The George Washington, the first president of the United States. It's called George Washington. Now let's move on to the next one. Here's my towel. I'll erase one of my words. Next, we go to just government again, but government service. Government service. Who is the government service? It's a person that works for you to make your life much better. Just like the park ranger, the librarian, the police officer, or the firefighter, even the teacher. Those are called government services. Government services. Let's erase it again. What is our next word? What is it? It is government. Capital. What is the capital? A capital is a place where the government of a country is shown up. Just like Hanoi or Washington, D.C. or Seoul. Do you know why is Seoul a capital? Seoul is the capital of Korea, where I am here today. I just moved from Vietnam to Korea. So Seoul is the capital of Korea. Seoul is just like Korean language. Seoul. Seoul is Korean language. So that's why I'm here in Korea to teach you. So now let's move on. We also have Washington D.C. and Hanoi, but did you know that there are some towns or cities that are called Jefferson? In my city, when I was in Vietnam, I lived in Ho Chi Minh. But now I'm in another city in Korea, but I don't know what city it is because I just came. Next, what is the next word? What is it? It's a president. 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 A president is the leader of the country. Now, here in your book, can you see? Open to page 5. Can you see the picture of the president? Did you see that? I'll show you when we just started. Now, the man in the picture of the president, who is it? Is he George Washington? Is he Abe Lincoln or Abraham Lincoln? Who is he? Is he Thomas Jefferson? No, he is Barack Obama. Barack Obama. So in this book, you can see that man, his name is Barack Obama. You knew that Barack Obama was a president of the United States. But I'll show you Barack Obama here. Just wait a little bit and I'll be done. Here, can you see? This is Barack Obama. Here we have other words and I'll show you in a minute. What is the next word then? Have you seen it in the book when I showed you? I do not know either, but maybe we'll continue it in the reading section. We'll have those words in the reading section. We'll have those words in the speaking or learning section, I mean. Whew, so hot, because the fan is off. Now, have you seen the vocabulary? From page 5, look to page 6. Look to page 6. Can you see the picture of 3 men under there? Their names are Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, and Franklin Roosevelt. Why are they the past presidents and why are they heroes? Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. Next to Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln gave freedom to African Americans, which are black Americans in the South. And finally, we'll talk about Franklin Roosevelt. Why is Franklin Roosevelt a hero? Why? Does he give a speech? No. He worked and made jobs for poor people. So when poor people do not have jobs, he gave jobs to them. He was a president in a very hard time. He was a president in a very hard time. Now, we'll talk about the chart of some of the services, the government services. You see the firefighter, the park ranger, the police officer, the librarian, and the teacher. Have you seen those pictures in the top of page 6? Now, move to page 7 and then look to page 8. Have you seen the true and false questions? Now, let's do the true and false questions. The true and false questions. After we do the true and false questions, we'll do the reading section, or the speaking section, I mean. So now let's begin with the true and false question. First, a park ranger is the leader of the country. True or false? False. A president is the leader of the country. Now let's move on to number 2. The president is the place where a government is found. True or false? False. The president is a place where a government is found. No, you have to change it. The capital is the place where the government is found, not the president. The president is a person. What if the president is squashed by the motorcycle? That's called a place. But Abraham Lincoln died a few years ago, a lot of years ago. Why? He was assassinated. He was shot into a head. He was shot by a gun. Oof. And he died the next day. Now you know. Now we'll move to the third equation of the true and false questions. What is the third equation? Let's guess. What is it? Maybe you've known it. It's easy. Rosa Parks is the leader of a country. True or false? False. The president, or any other name of the president, not Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks is just the hero, a normal woman. Now we finished the true and false question. It's just broken here, so I'll tape it again later because my hand is so dirty and I'm sweating. Whew, so hot. But it's good to sweat. It will kill germs. Germs only like cold places, not hot places. Now let's move on. It's about 6 o'clock already. 6 o'clock and 5 minutes. So now let's take a short break and come back and we'll do the reading section. Don't go away. Now we'll do the reading section. Are you ready? Let's get started. There are governments for cities, towns, and countries. The biggest or the largest community is a country. The president is the leader of the country who is voted for the people of the United States. The government is also voted for the people of the United States. The government is found in the capital of the United States, which is Washington, D.C. It is nicknamed as the national's heart. The government ran the country as she or he bring government services to communities. The government services are police officers, park rangers, and firefighters are the most important ones. The police officer looks after the city, so there are no bad men. The park ranger takes care of national parks, and the firefighter puts out fires. There are lots of government services, but 3 of these are the most important. Now let's do a few more questions and we'll see you next time. Tomorrow. Tomorrow of Korea. Tomorrow of Korea is still the morning of Vietnam because it's still in the west like Vietnam. So now let's go. Let's do 1 to 2 more questions, okay? And now let's get started. First, I'm gonna ask the first question. Name 3 presidents of the United States. Let's name some. Let's name 3 presidents of the United States that we just learned today. Who? Franklin Roosevelt, Thomas Jefferson, 4. Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, and George Washington. They are 4. 4. So let's ask the next question and we'll see you next time. Now I'm going to ask you the next question. What did Abraham Lincoln do for the African Americans? He fought in the Civil War. He fought in the Civil War. He fought in the Civil War. So the North ones, which is the team of Abraham Lincoln, won. So they've decided the punishment. They're the one who decided the punishment. What punishment did the North cause the South? What punishment? He told the one that made the African Americans go to jail. And gave the African Americans freedom. He gave freedom to the African Americans as that man disappeared in jail. Now, we've learned a lot about government services, right? I hope you enjoyed this video. It's about 21 to 22 minutes already. So now, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe me or at Learning about Ryan Storick. I'll tell you my lesson. American Textbook Reading, Brian Storick, Social Studies 2, and you can write the name of me, and then you can write the lesson like government services, the human life cycle of 3, the human life cycle of 2, and many other things. And so now, see you.